Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to finish up our Gemara, and our Gemara just tried to bring a proof from a Kal V'chomer, a logical reasoning that by a Nara Marusa, that we're allowed to intervene and kill a guy, even though at the end of the day she's only ending up with a pagam, some sort of emotional blemish, a physical blemish, but she's still going to be alive. Then certainly, a rodef, someone who wants to take someone else's life, we're allowed to intervene and kill. So the Gemara says, V'chi onshin min hadin. When did we start to enforce capital punishment based on logic? Meaning, logical reasoning is great, but now when it comes to taking someone else's life, we need to have it rooted in the Torah. So comes along the Bey Rebbe, the house of Rebbe, Tana taught, Hakeshehi. They taught us a Hekesh. That means when you have two psukim next to each other, you can learn halachos from one to the other, either the pasuk before it or the pasuk after it. And since these psukim were placed together in the Torah, and of course you have to have a Masorah from your Rebbe, that generally it's considered a very solid proof when we learn and apply one pasuk to another pasuk. So what are the psukim? So the pasuk says, Ki kasher yokum ish al re'ehu v'rachzo nefesh. Someone who's standing up to kill his friend, you're allowed to kill him. V'chimal lamandu moratzeach. What do we learn from moratzeach? Me'ata now, harazei bo lilmod v'nimtza lomed. From the pasuk of the Rotseach, ki kasher yokum ish al re'ehu urachso nefesh, that someone who's going to stand up and try to murder his friend, that what, we're allowed to kill him. So what does it teach us? And what can it learn? So makish Rotseach l'nar marusa. So the pasuk of Rotseach is next to the pasuk of nar marusa. Ma nar marusa. Nitein lahatzilo benafsho. Just like we're allowed to intervene and save the Nara by killing the perpetrator. Af rotseach niten latzilo benafsho. The house of Rebbe taught us that applies as well to rotseach, that you're allowed to go and intervene and save your friend by killing the perpetrator. The Nara Marusa Gufa Minolan. And how do we know by Nara Marusa that you're allowed to actually kill the guy? Kitana debe Rebbe Yishmael. We learned from the house of Rebbe Yishmael. Tana debe Rebbe Yishmael. The house of Rebbe Yishmael learned. The pasuk continues by Nara Marusa. The pasuk continues and says, "Ve'ein Moshiela." She was raped, and there was no one there to help her, and therefore she's innocent. She's not going to be punished, right? But the pasuk says, "Hayesh Moshiela." If there was someone to save her, then we can say b'chol davar sheyachol lahoshia, that we're allowed to do anything to save her. Right? This woman, unfortunately, a terrible crime was performed against her, and there was no one to save her. So we can infer from that if there was someone there to save her, a person has to do everything in his power to save her and save this maiden, so that she shouldn't be violated. So from here we learn a hekesh from Rotseach. Just like Anara Marusa, we know you're allowed to go and intervene and kill, so too by Rotseach. Now, certainly someone's going to take someone else's life. We're allowed to intervene and save them.